How is it going, everyone? Welcome to One Gun Guy, which is an indie game that I got for free God knows when on Steam. And it's supposed to be like a typical platforming, well, action platforming game. I read in the reviews that apparently the normal game is very easy and that hard mode is the real thing, but I cannot even pick hard mode, so guess it will have to be the normal game first. So I'm that guy. He has a gun. Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be like the usual Mega Man gameplay, right? Ooh, that's pretty loud. Oh, it even has a charge shot. Quite Mega Man indeed. What does it say? Humans bad, robots good, in robot we trust. Wait, is this guy supposed to be a robot or a human? Hold up, let me check the sound because I think that it is. It's a little bit loud. Let me put it down just a little bit. Because, you know, for some reason when you're in the title screen, there is like a song in the intro, but wait, what does it say? Holding champ allows me to float. Well, that's interesting. Well, that was in a Mega Man game as well. Like if you use a specific armor, I think it was Mega Man 6. I also have a power-up now that lets me magnet coins. But the thing is that, well, again, for what I read in some of the Steam reviews, like a lot of power-ups that I can now use. Should I pick that up? Nah, fuck that. A lot of things like the double jump or the charge shot, these are things that you cannot use later in hard mode. So the problem is getting used to this stuff is probably not a good idea, but not like I have a choice. Can I go there? No. And I can shoot 3 things now. So these things are all power-ups. There is not a concept for lives, it seems. So do you get killed by one hit? Because I also don't see any health. I wonder. Okay, you need to go all the way back. Will be interesting if you die in one hit. That will be quite the difference compared to Mega Man. Quite a big difference. No, well, you do have checkpoints. I'm assuming that's a checkpoint. But... oh. So because I got 100 coins, I got a halo. Does that allow me to withstand another hit? It's just that since I haven't gotten hit yet, it's a little bit hard to tell. I don't know. For the time being, doesn't seem like it matters too much. All I'm telling you is that expect this to be... oh, I'm invincible. Wait, so these are all power-ups that accumulate. Because I basically got an achievement for that, and it says power up to invincibility. Well, okay, I stopped blinking, so I'm assuming I'm not invincible now. Okay. So what does it say there? Daryl is waste? Who is Daryl? Is that the name of the protagonist? Of the developer? Would be a little bit weird if he shit talks himself in his own game. That's an obstacle. Well, at least it's a good way to present them. You are forced to to know that you cannot kill them, so next time they show up you know exactly what to do. I still haven't gotten hit, by the way. So, for what I gather, well, I'm invincible now, but like the power-ups, as I say, they are not specific, but they are rather all generic. Like by adding another power-up, you get the next one, and you can see them on the top left. Assuming my camera is not blocking that, I'm assuming it isn't. It shouldn't be blocking that. I also probably should stop charging. I think that in one of the reviews I also read that you don't have a charger in hard mode. Like, it's gonna be rough getting used to hard mode if I keep using things like this. Though with how powerful the regular shot is here, I don't think I should worry too much. So the question is if hard mode, the only thing that changes is... Wait, what? Oh, it's because of the coins, I think, right? I thought the game crashed. I don't know what happened there, it was a little bit weird. You know, I was out to say that... like, does hard mode only take away... I lost some power. Oh, because you cannot touch that. I thought it was a platform, so that explains why... Okay, I gotcha. I thought that it was a platform that would simply crush you, but no. Well, my bad. I mean, it looks like a platform, doesn't really look like it will damage you. Unless you are below, of course. Okay. Yeah, that one was my bad, though I'm not sure why I'm just getting hit here. Like, I lost some power-ups, yes, but I still have the halo. So what do I do with this? Like, I thought that's what prevented me from dying if I got hit, but I already got hit. And the halo is still there. So here I'm also not really seeing what powers I'm getting. Maybe depending on the color of your suit, like you're stronger. And by stronger I mean that you deal more damage. Also, another reason why I say that this game is most likely gonna be pretty short is because installing the game, you only need like 6 megabytes or something like that. So yeah, something tells me that it won't be very long. In fact, it's most likely gonna be like a single level. I guess in a more traditional sense, the levels might be intended to be the checkpoints, but like, considering that there is no loading screen or anything like that. It's been a while since I saw one of those power-ups. So it seems pretty clear that the color of the suit is what matters here. Well, at least what matters for keeping up with which power-ups you have. It's not counted as a power-up in itself in the top left. It doesn't work quite the same. I wonder if this game is even gonna have a boss at some point. Would be nice, but I I probably should not expect it. Right, so I got at least one of the power-ups on... I just lost it. So yeah, it seems that that red suit is an additional hit. Oh, and all of that... No, I can pick it up from the bottom. Wait, is this... Oh, we are doing some Sonic stuff, huh? Well, Sonic or Donkey Kong, whichever you like the most. You cannot change the trajectory of this. Or at least, like for example there, if I want to aim up, I cannot do that. That's why I'm assuming that you can't. There was also something on the right there, but it didn't seem like I could manipulate my movement. Maybe I could manipulate it after getting like shot from the barrel or whatever it's supposed to be. I also wonder if hard mode is even gonna have checkpoints. I'm really curious about that, I guess. The way that Steam review mentioned the hard mode made it seem like it really was gonna be pretty hard. But it's fine. I mean, I guess at this point it would be nice to see something difficult, but it's hard to tell. How much playtesting do you suspect this game went through for what you've seen? Well, I mean, for how the mechanics work, there doesn't seem like there needs to be much playtesting in the first place, so... Whatever playtesting it had, it seemed like it was enough. Hey, how is it going, Wasabi? Like, it's a very simple game, so... Well, that doesn't mean precisely that it's gonna have the right amount of playtesting, but yeah, so far it works. So... Even if they didn't playtest a lot, they probably didn't need to. Because here is basically a matter of testing every mechanic individually, since there doesn't seem like there's much overlap between things, right? Like essentially, if one of the things that kills you, you know, gives you... you know, like actually kills you, right? Like that's all you need to test. So far it at least works well. And it's only, as I say, I think it's 6 megabytes in total. Probably one of the smallest games I've seen on Steam. In fact, I think that the previous smallest game that I remember on Steam was Bloodstain, Curse of the Moon, which is like the 8-bit version of Bloodstain. That one is 50 megabytes. So that's pretty impressive. Wait, is that invincibility? Like right now, I'm not so sure about what I said before about the fact that the power cycle. Maybe they don't cycle and I made that up. It's hard to tell. Like, I'm still not sure how the power-up system works, but it doesn't seem like I need to. Oh, what's this? Oh, can I jump? Yeah, okay, and you probably will need to jump. You cannot shoot, that's important to know. So for now, one thing I will advise here, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be necessary or not, but you probably want to put the camera allowing you to see more of what's about to come instead of centering it around the character, because here are gonna go exclusively to the right, and whatever comes from the right you cannot simply stop. Then again, it was pretty easy no matter what. But in those type of sections, you want to put the character on the left side and make the screen show everything else normally. Wait, do I want to go down right away? Here it's hard to tell which one is the secret. It probably going down was the secret. Whatever, who cares? I mean, I can do it in hard mode, maybe. Though it scares me, because if hard mode has no checkpoints at all, doing this like without being able to... Well, double jump I can live without. The charge shot most likely I can live without too. Well, the hover I barely used it. But I don't know what's this... like how the rest of the game is gonna be affected, if the enemies are more rough or more numerous. I don't know. Hard to tell. Bing. Well, maybe the enemies take more hits to down, I don't know. Right now, well, that's the thing. The charge shot won't be a thing, so you will have to hit the opponents multiple times to down them. That's one thing that will fundamentally change. Okay. It's still a pretty weird type of game, like single stage game, and the stage is quite long. It's not something that usual, or not something that I'm used to see at least. I guess it's something very reminiscent of Flash games. Like Flash games, since they could not be extremely complex, usually there were like a single big level, and once you get to the end of it, you get the congratulations and that's it, right? Don't know what that was, but I kill it just in case. Gotta be careful with that sort of stuff. Yeah, see, that's something that on hard mode you wouldn't be able to do. Well, or killing that guy. Actually, here you will want to... because it probably goes down, right? No, it doesn't go down. So in hard mode you simply dodge what they shoot. Okay. They are essentially obstacles rather than enemies. Ouch. So, I think that right there, by getting hit, what it affected was my shield. But my shield is still there, just slightly weakened. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm just making mechanics up. It's possible. So I really hope that you like this song, because it's the only one you will see. Wait, that spells something, right? Probably spells something, but I couldn't see it. Pretty hard when you have the magnet absorb everything. That's gonna chase me, right? Yeah. Pretty funny. Well, that didn't take too long, but there is another one. So why is there an Eds? A little bit of an odd decoration. What happens though if you are invincible and you just go through it? I don't want to test it, because in a lot of games, and especially classic ones, those obstacles are obstacles in the sense that they are there to, you know, make the challenge look like something in particular. The reality is that what's chasing you is a collision that you cannot possibly avoid. You simply have to run. These things are shooting before I pass. I don't think they are trying very hard to kill me. So yeah, right now I'm seeing my shield is light blue right now. So yeah, essentially, if you accumulate power-ups, you become absolutely invincible. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work in hard mode, because maybe in hard mode you don't even get power-ups. Maybe they don't even exist. It's possible. Okay. So where are we going? I was about to say, can I crouch? No, you're already short enough. I don't think that crouching will be of much use. Oops. For a game like this to have so little size, it probably optimized very well the way you read the background textures and stuff. Which I mean, oh, there is a boss. So it might be the end, actually. A bouncing boss. Wait, what are you doing? Oh. Okay, that's a little bit loud. Oh, he's dead. So, as I said earlier, well, assuming this is the end of the game, which I'm pretty, it is. Beat the game without dying on normal difficulty. Well, yeah, it wasn't very hard, precisely. Now, the thing is, it was to be expected the normal game was gonna be easy, but the normal game is basically like a tutorial. The real thing is the hard mode. That's the one that matters. I like that they are they are making the credits very slow, because you're not gonna have much to show there. Well, surprised that 3 different people work in the game. And they even had a Kickstarter. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I mean, sure, why not? Very surprising amount of people actually kickstarted this. So if I'm not mistaken, Kickstarter is not like you need to like donate $100 to be a backer. I'm assuming that you probably can give like $1 and probably counts. Alright, but yeah, I want to see the hard mode. Well, I should probably check the achievements in case there's something else I might be. Yeah, let me pick the achievements. Check. Sorry. So what do the achievements of these things say? If they are 19 Kickstarter users when I start kicking them. Oh, there is a hidden area. Actually, most of the achievements I didn't get are hidden areas. Well, then beating in hard mode. Beat the game without taking damage on normal mode. Well, I could do that. Beat the game without dying on hard mode. I don't know if I can do that. But... So, as I say, according to a Steam review, hard mode, basically you cannot use any like additional mechanic like the double jump or the... Oh, I'm even naked. That's interesting. Was not expecting that. Okay, man, he looks worried. You cannot charge the gun, you don't have a double jump, so that's the reason why he added this platform, otherwise you will not be able to continue right at the beginning. So I'm assuming there's also no power-ups, right? Probably. Wait, did I... Oh, this is one of this... one of the secret areas. So there's also no coins, or rather, well, yeah, there are coins, but I mean... Wait, how do I go back? Oh, here. I was about to say, you have coins, but they don't matter at all, and that's because, as I say, I'm assuming that power-ups are not a thing. I should pick up that power-up, but I mean, that power-up is irrelevant. But this is more of an I wanna be the guy experience, I guess. Just that I wanna be the guy, games don't tend to be action focused usually. I like the fact that he even looks worried when he's shooting. This might only get hard in some very specific places where there is platforming over things that kill you, most likely. Shouldn't be an issue. You also have to go a lot slower in a lot of places since you cannot really double jump, so you have to wait for platforms and shit. So how do you do this jump? This one seems like it's gonna be precise. There you go. This is, I guess, the... We went from Mega Man 6 all the way back to Mega Man 2. Pretty cool. It seems that the game itself... Oh, you cannot even go to that area, because you cannot jump that high. I was about to say that the difficulty of the game itself is still the same one. Like in the sense that the enemies are the same, you know. Wait, can I make that jump? Oh, barely. Barely you can make the jump. Careful. At least there are checkpoints though, so worst case scenario, you will be led right back. I don't know though if I will want to go for all the achievements. Seems that it will be a little bit too much. Funny you mentioned Mega Man 6 right now. I'm actually playing a hack of that game. Yeah, I seen that you posted it in Discord. Mega Man 6 was pretty experimental, because I mean at the time it tried to have a lot of mechanics that for an NES game I guess it wasn't that common, but since it was the last game on the NES, it's kind of like a transition between NES and SNES. It's a cool game. With no power-ups and no nothing, we are essentially Mega Man 2. Oof, that was pretty close, yeah. Like, the achievement of doing this on hard mode without dying, it's not impossible. Like, if I try harder enough, I'll pull it off. It's something that I don't really have the intention to try hard, honestly. No thank you. think I'm fine simply by beating it once. I wonder if these people that do games like this know about I Wanna Be the Guy fan games. Because you know that I feel like I Wanna Be the Guy fan games are the perfect way to test the waters on what you can do as a developer, since you don't have to worry about assets. And a lot of times not even about code, depending on the engine you pick and depending on what you want to do. So you can easily, before going to make a fully original game, you can just do that on your own, right? Like just a fun game. Hey, I mean, maybe they don't find the idea of working on a fun game appealing. I don't know. Maybe they don't find I Wanna Be the Guy appealing. It could be. But that's the thing about I Wanna Be the Guy. Like, you don't have to care about the original game. In fact, I don't think that almost any creator does when they make a fun game. Some do, but for the most part, not really. They do their own thing, myself included, of course. Like, calling them fun games is simply more of a... like, of an easy way to refer to them, but in reality they are just... more like you're using a platform to make games. Well, the platform being Game Maker, but I mean that some of them have very little to do with being fun games of the original. You could just call them Iwanas. Yeah, you could call them Iwanas. Wait, okay, so there was something here. What does it say? Kois? Kois? What you mean kois? Is that a word? You can call them Iwanas. It's not a bad idea. Though, you know what I've been thinking? Like, assuming I make another fun game after the one I'm making right now, I did think of making an actual I Wanna Be the Guy fan game by making what's essentially a Mega Man clone, but with I Wanna... well, with the bosses from the original, right? Just that in a way that they fit in a Mega Man clone, of course. That would be nice. Ah, shit. I couldn't jump. There goes the no death achievement. I mean, if I didn't die there, I would have died somewhere else. Obviously. Yeah, like, if you do this quickly, it's hard to not get hit by that. If you just take your time, then, well, yeah, should be fine. Featuring the 8 non-robot masters, yeah. Though the issue is that the original I Wanna Be the Guy had 7 bosses and the guy, right? So, well, I could have, like, Bowser and Dr. Wily as 2 separate bosses, for example. Or maybe I could even have someone like Link as a boss, even though he wasn't a boss. Because the bosses of that game are Mike Tyson, well, Dr. Wily, Crydgif, or... yeah, Crydgif, Mecha Birdo, Dracula... oof, and then my memory just is drawing blanks. Fuck. Wart? Who is Wart? The guy from Doom? Like the gigantic ball. Wait, was that a boss in the original? Or maybe it's someone else? Like, the fight that I mentioned was in the Bowser fight. I don't remember that. But wait. The guy from Super Mario Bros. 2, no, I have no clue. But wait, aside from that, there are 2 bosses that I'm missing. Because I'm pretty sure there were 7 main ones and then the guy. And I only saved 5. So there's something that doesn't add up here. Which ones am I missing? I have no clue. Oh yeah, was Mother Brain a boss in I Wanna Be the Guy? Oh, because it's pretty easy to get confused with fun games. But I think Mother Brain was an actual boss in the original, right? Yes, okay, so there's only one that I'm missing. It's gonna be hard to remember the last one. Ouch. Damn, I don't remember. Fuck. Well, and the fact that I remember Mother Brain was mostly luck. Wouldn't call it anything else. But yeah, I don't remember who the 7th boss that I didn't mention is. But yeah, wasn't paying attention to the one you already said. Yeah, I mentioned Dracula. I mentioned Mike Tyson, Kraidgif, Mecha Birdo, Dracula, well, Mother Brain, Dr. Wily, which I included on the Bowser fight, and then I'm missing one. That's the issue. And that one, I don't know which one it will be. So how do you... Oh, never mind. Wasn't here. Devil Dragon. You know that I don't remember that boss, right? I actually don't. Devil Dragon. Ah, fuck. That's a shame. No, I cannot even envision that boss. Like, I don't remember what shape it had. Like, it's completely spoof out of my mind. Oh, the Mecha Dragon from Mega Man 2, but as a devil boss. I mean, I do remember kinda the Mecha Dragon, but I don't remember it having like a different shape. Alright, well, thanks for reminding me, but I will have to replay the game. Well, in fact, I mean, I could replay the game in the remaster version it has, you know? I never played the remaster. So, would be a nice thing to do, perhaps. Anything I wanna relate it will be after I'm done working on my fun game. So that way I don't get too good. And I don't make it too hard. But what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, that was one of my ideas. Just that I will have to think of an 8 boss, but maybe, as I say, I could just put someone like Link, since Link was there. I think that Link is also like one of the random-ass obstacles that most people remember, because for people that decided to go further than the first boss, Link is usually the first thing that you see. So Yeah. I could do that. But yeah, it will be... I mean, as a Mega Man clone, it will be action-oriented, obviously. It wouldn't be a needle game like the one I'm working on. It can definitely work out. Just need to figure some things out about like the way to make the screens to feel more like Mega Man. But yeah. Also, you know, I have to think of a plan B, because even though there is still quite a bit before I reach the end here, I'm most likely gonna reach the end way before the stream is done, so there has to be a plan B. I mean, I could play a rhythm game as a plan B. We'll also play you know, the Need for Speed game. The last one I played, I could play it online. But like, I tested it online and it works relatively well. It's not anything out of the ordinary, but it's fine enough, I guess. I think you will need to invent a boss, since the 6 bosses before Devil Dragon, one of them being split in 3 bosses, should equal 8 bosses overall, with more for the castle stages after that. I don't remember that either. I really need to replay the original. Well, especially, of course, if my idea is to make a fun game that actually uses things from the original. I of course will have to replay it. Because, I mean, last time I played it was like, what, 7 years ago? I'm pretty sure it was 7 years ago. Like, if you go to the I Wanna Be the Guy playlist, the first video chronologically is the original I Wanna Be the Guy. And I think it was in 2019, like, it was super early. I remember I even streamed on that one room that had like like illumination on the ceiling that looked like a halo. Pretty funny. The remaster is open source if you want to take anything from it. I mean, maybe the boss sprites will be useful, but aside from that, I'm not really that sure if it will be that useful. Yeah, the boss sprites definitely will be the #1 thing to take. So it's another hidden area. Yeah. It could work, I guess. Since I'm working on that, reminds me that you say open source. Since I'm working on the boss now of my fun game, it's crazy how differently from every other level where you essentially look at a room and you start placing things there. When you're working on boss patterns, you look at code. You know, you're not looking at a screen with a room or whatever, you're looking at code. And yeah, I basically have been looking at code for like the past 3 days. I mean, it's not like it's super complex in the first place. Because believe it or not, a shoot 'em up boss is basically the easiest type of boss that you can do. Because you only have to worry about the logic of spawning bullets. And yeah, doing creative patterns is not extremely easy, but you don't have to worry about any other funky logic, especially when it comes to like interacting with the player or whatever, right? So yeah, doing a shoot 'em up boss is basically like a shortcut in a way. Some patterns I like the way they are ending up being. But yeah. It's also important to not make it too hard. And that's an issue because I am relatively decent at shoot 'em up, so what might be easy for me might not be easy for others, but it's fine. I'll try to hold back as much as I can. We will see how it goes. Uh-oh. The synchronization there didn't favor me. I think that the synchronization of this game is actually static, as it should be. So basically, if you didn't make it there, you're not gonna make it here. Exactly correct. So just wait for the next cycle. You can probably do it in one cycle. You have to be faster than that. Oof, that was close. Also, you know that in this game the achievements between like beating normal mode without getting hit and beating hard mode without dying, that's the exact same achievement. Because beating hard mode without dying is beating it without getting hit. You know? So you basically have to do the same thing twice. The difference is that in normal mode, yeah, you have access to more powerful shit, so it's easier to do. But yeah, at the same time, it's pretty much doing a hitless run. Fuck that guy. I think that it's not that it's hard to not get hit, but it will take like essentially imagine that you make it close to the end, and at the end you get hit, and then you have to go back from the beginning. It will be kind of like, well, since I mentioned shoot 'em ups, it's like playing a shoot 'em up. You're going for a one coin clear and you die at the end. But the thing is that in those games you can get allowed to do multiple mistakes. Well, here you wouldn't. You cannot do a single one. So that's the biggest issue. But it's fine. But it also seems that I'm getting closer to the end here. I think that more or less around here you were close to the end. Fuck. So you know, I will have to think of a plan B. Like right now it is necessary to think of a plan B. It could be like one of the rhythm games that I was thinking of. Just that the issue with that is that I would have preferred to test it first. I mean, it should work, but I don't know. Or as I say, just play like Need for Speed Unbound online and that's it. Easy. Oh, so right there, to get to one of the secret areas you will want to wait until all the blocks on the bottom are gone and then you go to the bottom. Pretty much. hitting that guy from here? Well, let's just get there and that's it. Also, how is it going, Clone Cat? Just here playing an indie game that I got for free. And you know, I guess I cannot really say I have any particular complaint about the game, but I could not imagine paying money for this game. Like, I mean, the issue here is, and I guess it's one of the reasons why I say that a lot of these developers will benefit from playing I Wanna Be The Guy fan games. Because I Wanna Be The Guy fan games, oh, that's and I will have to go back quite a bit here. It's fine. I Wanna Be The Guy fan games are all free, right? There are like a couple that are published on Steam, but for the most part they are free, right? And I Wanna Be The Guy fan games, at least the good ones, offer you way more than what a game like this offers you. So it's one of those things that, yeah, like I don't see, like, unless you're someone that knows the developer and you simply want to, you know, support them, I don't see why anyone else will spend money on a game like this. Which, I mean, it's the reason why it ended up being free, but, well, free for a limited time. Yeah. Is the game too simple? Well, I already beat it. Just that I beat like the normal mode. It took me like 20 minutes to beat the normal mode. This is the hard mode where essentially you die in one hit and you don't have power-ups. But I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna take me that long to beat this one either. So it's not just that it's too simple, it's that it's too short. And being simple, I got killed by the same fucking asshole as last time. Damn it. Alright, don't jump against that guy, I guess. It being simple wouldn't be really an issue in itself, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. I mean, think of it this way. It's a game that like, the fact that it's an indie game is understandable, but it doesn't really do anything better than a game from 1986, which I think more or less was when the first Mega Man game released. And yeah, understandable because that's a multi-millionaire company even back then, Capcom. Well, I don't know if back then they were multi-millionaire, but they certainly were not indie developers. But the thing is that I wouldn't see any reason to pay money for a game like that, right? Like, but yeah, it's okay, you know. It also has to do with what everyone is capable of, right? And some people are more capable and some less. I think that it's just the issue that it has a price tag. It will be nice as the typical game that you find in one of these platforms that people basically publish games for free. Like, I don't know how they were called. It was something.io, right? But yeah, like, seems that it's more fitting for that rather than for having a Steam release. But yeah, well, or you can have a Steam release. It's just that I feel like asking money for it is a little bit too much. You know? That's what I think. Yeah, itch.io, yeah, that one. But yeah, I feel that as a game on that or as a free game on Steam, it will make sense. But as a paid game on Steam, even though, if I'm not mistaken, it's extremely cheap, but yeah, I just don't see much reason to pay money for something like this. Alright, this time that didn't kill me, can you believe that? Okay, that should be a checkpoint, nice. Took me a while. People know it by the link, but when I try sending that link, YouTube ate my comment. Yeah, I mean, by default, you're not allowed to send links in chat. You're supposed to be like a user that has an exception in this channel, but it doesn't seem like YouTube gives a fuck about that, so... Yeah, I'm afraid that you cannot post links. It is the way it is. It happens. It just happens. Oh wait, were there this many enemies here on normal mode? Maybe. Probably. Regardless, considering that I didn't pay for it, I don't have any issues. Oh, and yeah, we're already at the boss. So yeah, we're about to actually fully beat the game now. And I doubt that this boss is gonna be hard, because this boss bounces and then shoots shit, and that's it, that's the boss. I mean, judging by the rest of the game, I cannot imagine the boss being complex, of course, but... In normal mode, this guy died immediately. Like, immediately. Here, obviously, without power-ups, it's not that simple. Another thing to keep in mind is that I'm pretty sure that this game released after 2020, so you cannot even say that it's like one of those old-ass indie games that where indie games were still quite new. But where are you shooting at? I'm right here. Well, and that was the hard mode. Just like that. In less than an hour. Nice. Well, there you have it. That's a shame. A shame that I have to think about what to do now. That I have 2 hours of stream left and I don't know what to do. Yeah, shishis. That is the end of the game. Indeed. But yeah, like, as I say, I don't really have any complaint about the game in itself. But yeah, like, I just don't think that it's a game that should really ask for money. And even though I got it for free, I feel like it should be free by default. I mean, look, there were enough people that backed this the Kickstarter that the game had, so I guess, you know, they thought it was worth selling, but yeah, I personally don't. Yeah, the boss gave my clothes back. He's a very nice guy. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the game. Indeed. Well, yeah, I guess that was One Gun Guy. That took 1 hour, not more. It's more like a 1 hour guy. But yeah, she's for this game, I guess.